Oh, God damn it, Cletus, I told you, stop hitting your sister. I can't help it. She made me mad. I slapped her in the face. I don't really care. I'm going to kiss my cousin. No, now damn it, I done told you 1,000 times you ain't doing that.
What is up, everyone? My name's Brenner. Welcome to my channel. This is Mr. Liquor Sipper, and as you can see, we have something special here. So I jumped through a whole bunch of different forums and stuff on Facebook, talked to a few different people in the groups, and it seems that this has been a neglected category. So I felt that this was a great opportunity for me to go ahead and just let's do a review. So basically, people were discussing all these different cocktails that are coming out, pre-made cocktails, mind you. And I figured, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the advice. Let's do some reviews. Let's find out if this is a sipper or a skipper. And yeah, if you are, then let's go. All right. So first and foremost, one of the things I want to address here is if you are anywhere in the continental United States and you are looking to get yourself a good old-fashioned that's nice, made straight from the bar, and hopefully the fucking guy, the barista, knows what he or she is doing, otherwise you're gonna end up with something that is garbage, trash, or mind you, if they are mixing or making that cocktail with a less than favorable bourbon that you're just not happy with, then you're gonna end up with a garbage cocktail. Now, this right here, obviously, it's a Bulleit product, so it's coming from Bulleit Bourbon. They obviously are putting their own product in here, but then they are mixing this. On average, if you go to a bar right now, you're gonna pay anywhere between $6 to $9, which is the, I guess, the national average for cocktail for an old fashioned. Now, apparently, once you get up to like Manhattan, New York, if you're finding a place where you can actually get a Manhattan or an old fashioned for a $10 price point, that's relatively cheap and supposedly a good find, because on average it can cost you or run you $14. That being in the back of your mind, remember this bottle right here will cost you, actually both of these, they're actually the same price. I believe they're like $15.49 a piece. So whenever you're considering all the different components in as far as the recipes, if you guys are not savvy with this stuff, if you guys have never made your own, I encourage you to make your own so you know. Alright, so if you don't understand the complexity, which is not really a lot to making an old fashioned, but you have to consider everything that goes into making this. Keep this in mind that Bulleit decided that they wanted to go out and put together one of the best products as far as cocktail or pre-cocktails that are made with their specific bourbon. So they went out, they found the best bartenders around to come up with the best concoction. But the simplicity of a old-fashioned, it's one of those things where it's so simplistic that it's very easy to fuck up. At the same time, if you know what you're doing, then it's gonna be miraculous. Again, so I encourage you guys and gals out there that have not made yourself one. It basically consists of 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now, I like to use sugar cubes, and because I like sugar, I will sometimes put 2 cubes in there, 2 of the sugar cubes, which should be, those cubes should be 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon, excuse me, a piece. And then you got 3 dashes. That's 1, 2, 3 for anybody that doesn't understand what a dash is, of bitters. Now you can use multiple different types of bitters. I went to Walmart and I just got some regular old bitters. In this case, the one in here is actually an orange bitters, because clearly they're not sticking an orange in here, because that would probably be disgusting after a certain amount of time of just sitting in there. Then you got 1 teaspoon of water, 2 ounces of bourbon. This could be your favorite bourbon, or it could be a rye whiskey if you prefer that. And then you garnish around the outside with an orange twist, and then I like to put a nice dark cherry in there just for some nice sex appeal. Alright, so here on the bottle it does say Bulleit is rooted in the bartender culture, so I guess that hints to them going out and digging into some of the best bartenders they could find. It says, naturally, as we have crafted the cocktail you are about to enjoy, we engaged in some of the most celebrated and creative bartenders to help us refine and perfect this recipe. That's how you know it's going to be something that you'll enjoy. Well, I don't really know that, and for those of you that haven't tried it, you don't know that either. So that's what we're here for, right? This looks like it's gonna be a fun one to open, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this. As you can presume, typically if you guys are coming here for, you know, nosing for newbies, this is not gonna be a nosing for newbies type deal, because this is already, it's tainted. It's mixed with all different kinds of things. So what you're getting from this, you should be already tasting in your Bulleit bourbon anyway, as it is mixed with it together, pre-made. If you're interested in seeing anything about the Bulleit bourbon, I actually did a comparison of the two. I can't remember, it's been like over 2 years now since I did that review of the Bulleit Rye and then the Bulleit Bourbon. I think I did a face-to-face, if I'm not mistaken. Back then my palate was not as mature, so my enjoyment of the Rye wasn't quite there. And then I think I had it edged out where the Bourbon beat out the Rye. Okay, so we're gonna go into this. Mind you, I'm not putting any garnishings on this. I'm not doing anything. This is an as-is ordeal. Think about this. If you went out on a camping trip or you're just somewhere, whatever the case is, if you people still decide to go out to drive-in movies, or if you want to sneak one of these in the movie theater, that'd be a trip. But yeah, if that's something you want to do, obviously you're not going to have all the cherry and the bitters and the orange and all that stuff to mix all this stuff together, and then you're not going to have the orange peel and all that to throw in there and garnish everything. So it's just one of those deals. We're going to go ahead, we're just going to taste it straight out of the bottle, as plain, as simple as you can be, and we're going to see if this is worth it. This is cool. It's a nice little cork, so it's not a screw top. It's relatively small, though you're only paying $15 for this. We're gonna go ahead and pour a little bit in there, and what I did with this, because I don't know how strong or how potent this is actually going to be, and what what flavors are gonna be in this, what I did was I actually broke my little ice testicle in half, and I put that in here, and we're just gonna go ahead and see. Let some air hit it, and twist it, and mist it, and fist it, and oh my god, yeah! Alright, so man guys, it's been a real long week. If you can't tell, I'm pretty tired, but straight off the nose, I said I wasn't gonna do a nosing for newbies, but this already definitely does. It smells a little spritzy. It definitely smells like everything that is supposed to be in there smells like it's in there. It actually smells really great, and I'm kind of surprised by that, but let's go ahead and go to the palate and see. Yeah, I mean, I think one of these is a mistake. I feel like I could drink one of these easily. So one of the things is you have to remember, when you're proofing or whenever you're having something that's already been proofed and then proofed down, you have to expect that if this is something that's pre-mixed cocktail, it's coming in at a 37.5 proof is what I'm trying to get to. I'm just having an issue speaking today because I think I've used too much brain power. That being said, anyway, so 37.5 alcohol by volume comes in at a 75 proof, which technically, if it's on its own, would not even really be considered a bourbon, but it's been, you know, watered down with bitters. Sugar's been put into it. I don't see anything in here. Serving size 1.5 fluid ounces, even though typically a pour is about 2 ounces. Don't see too much in here. Calories is 99. Now, 99 calories, and carbohydrates is 2.0 grams. So for the folks that are out there that are worried about carbohydrates and your sugar intake and stuff like that, then it's actually relatively friendly considering how much or what you're getting out of it. It's not that bad. The real thing is here also you have to consider, what is the bang for your buck? Does it taste decent? Yeah, it's 15 bucks. Let's go back to what I said earlier, that the national average is roughly $9 for one of these. Mind you, one of these will have the garnishes and all that stuff on it, but if you're just in there for the quick flavor and you want to have something that's a little bit different and a little bit, I guess, a little bit different in balance when it comes to your bourbon, and but you still want to drink, then this is a good alternative. It's not bad. Now, if you're getting this for $15.49 and you're paying $9, $10, $11, all the way up to, what was it, $14 in New York, I guess with inflation, it's kind of caused that, at least from what I read. That's pretty ridiculous. If I could have one of these and just pour it in here, have a nice night, I think I'm going to go ahead and just stick with this. However, there's something to be said about going to the bar and having that whole experience and seeing someone make it, because that's kind of the fun of it, right? It's like whenever you go to a hibachi and you're seeing the guys chop up food and whatever, and they're tossing it to you, and they're doing the train shindig or doing the train. Be careful who you bring there. There might be a freak doing a train on those people. No, but seriously, so I think this is a pretty decent little jam. If you're interested and you like old-fashioned cocktails and a pinch, this is cool. If you want to do something as a gift, I think this would be a cool gift. That being said, look, I'm not getting paid by these assholes to tell you to buy it, okay? That is not what this is. Hey guys, just, use my code so I can get a small percentage and you guys get 10% off. I don't do that shit. Also, hey guys, why don't you join my Patreon so you can pay me money? So, come on, pay me. I don't do that either. That's a little off topic, but I just wanted to make things clear here. That's not what I'm doing. I'm here for entertainment and give you guys some information, and that's the bottom line. I feel like Stone Cold. Yeah, so it's good. It says that it's here. It's made with orange bitters. It's here to stay. This is an ongoing release. It's not intended to go anywhere. I think they're trying to compete with the market that's out there with all these other pre-made cocktails. Sipper or skipper. This is going to be a sipper again, but you can't take away from the experience when you go to the bar and they make it for you. Let alone you're at home and you have your own specific way that you like to drink it. Because there's different varieties of bitters that you can put in there that is just more accommodating to your specific taste profile. But this is, I think what they did was they created something that was simplistic enough that would capture the essence of what an old fashioned is by still catering to an audience that is interested in sipping one of these things. It's an easy sipper. It's nice. I would prefer something that was a little bit on the higher end for a higher proof. But after all, you've added everything in here. It's just the concept is you're gonna water it down a little bit and it's gonna be proof down. So because after all, don't you just want to get a little bit messed up? That's the point, right? Take the edge off. I don't think you can take the edge off without getting a little tipsy. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I really don't have anything else to say. I will do a review over this nice green one. As you can see, they have, where are these things up here? I was gonna pull these out. I was gonna pull these out and have them like side by side or whatever, just for a nice little sex appeal that's going on. But they did match their orange with their bourbon and the green with their rye. So that's kind of cool the way they did that. I don't know if they're gonna come out with anything more. I will do other reviews of other cocktails in the future, but as of right now, this is gonna be it. I like to try to stay pure as I can, so I don't get caught up in always having to mix something in order for me to like it. I want to see what it is as a standalone ingredient, which is why I did not put anything extra into this other than the ice that is in here, or half an ice ball that's in here, because one, I already knew it was proof down a little bit, and two, half an ice cube is already gonna be plenty. So thank you guys and gals and everyone that's out there for jumping into the channel with me and sipping on some information, or jumping into the glass and sipping on some information. My lack of energy is right there, so I appreciate you guys coping with me. This is, you know, no dialogue or whatnot. So tell your friends, tell your homies, tell everyone in between about Mr. Liquor Sipper. Help appease that algorithm so we can help to continue to grow this channel. This is known as the fastest growing whiskey review channel on YouTube. All that being said, I think that's it. And until next time, cheers and keep on sipping.